Here we go. Game 1 in our next round of Helix Gamers League Week 9 tournament. We are looking at Helix Esports getting the first ban and first pick. This is actually the final of the winner's bracket. Loser here will go play the winner of Penguin Bob versus the Vorts. And we see the Ariel ban right away. Helix doing their homework. J-Rad was watching the game before and actually called the Cho'Gall in Twitch chat before I even said anything. So Helix is actually quite familiar with TNG at this point. It would not surprise me. They have played each other a number of times, and I look forward to this game every week. So quick Ariel ban. TNG also familiar with Helix, so it wouldn't surprise me if they had something in mind already to ban out as well. Just waiting to see what they choose to ban out here. And that's always the challenge. What do you want to stop on a map like this? Probius is actually pretty strong here. This is one of his better maps. Gazlo, believe it or not, also pretty strong here. But the Artanis gets banned out. Gul'dan also very strong here. Gul'dan can clear an enemy wave of Zerg really quickly, so he's not a bad choice. Neither is Sylvanas for all the same reasons. She works well on Infernal Shrines and Battlefield of Eternity, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that pickup. And there it is, Helix reading my mind, the Sylvanas pickup. They used Sylvanas really effectively against PBU earlier today on Battlefield of Eternity. And now over to the boys in TNG. 30 seconds left. What do you go with at this point? You don't want to tip your hand? Oh, Zarya Morales. This is probably Morales' best map at this point, win rate wise. And Zarya is my personal favorite for shields. And the reason I say that is Zarya's damage is much better than Tassadar's damage. So I prefer Zarya over Tass for the shields. I know she can't shield quite as effectively as Tass, but it's pretty close. And there's the Gul'dan Malfurion. Malfurion's still the #1 healer in the game currently, with Lucio a close second. Sometimes higher, sometimes lower. They go back and forth. And like I said earlier, Gul'dan, super strong at clearing the waves. But Gul'dan Sylvanas can really clear those waves quickly. So we definitely have solid drafts started so far on both sides. Who do we think TNG will ban here? I think they're going to take out probably a tank. That's all that's left for Helix. Maybe they take out ETC. Maybe they take out Sonya. Sonya is a really good solo laner on this map. Although with Sylvanas, you don't really need a Sonya solo laner. But Johanna is the ban they go with. Johanna can clear waves pretty quickly, especially with everything else, so I like that ban. I also like the Vala ban on the side of Helix Esports. Vala is a super strong damage dealer, especially with Zarya shields to back her up. If you put a shield on Vala, Vala will wreck the other side. So I actually like that ban as well. So, next pick, over to the boys in TNG. I don't think we're going to see a Cho'Gall here. If we were, it would be picked now, but I just don't think that's what we're going to see. I think we're going to see something else. Maybe in ETC. They have picked ETC a number of times in the past and worked out quite well. They have also actually they have a number of warriors that work well for them. Taking their time, though. Maybe Vala was the DPS pick they were going with, and now they're reworking their draft a little bit. But making us wait the entire 60 seconds. Oh! Valera, my bae, is in the house. Valera Probius, I did not see that coming. This should be interesting. I actually really, really like both of those picks. Valera is, even though they nerfed her and she's not the same as assassin rogue as she used to be, I love Valera. That's probably my favorite assassin in the game right now. Don't play her a whole lot. And waiting until 2.0 to really play her in games, but Valera is my girl. All right, with that said, we are over to Helix Esports for their last two picks. They need a tank. They need probably a second tank, would be my opinion. But I guess you could go TAS tank, or you could go Medivh tank here as well. And there's the ETC. Ooh. Gazlo versus Probius. What is happening? This should actually be really interesting. Really interesting. Yeah. Gazlo versus Probius. And the Butcher comes out. So we have Zarya as your solo tank here, with shields for days, Probius in the lane, Valera, like, what is happening? This is not the draft I thought we were walking into, but this is the draft we have, and I like it. From a comp-wise, I think a more traditional comp is definitely on the side of Helix Esports, but TNG likes to do things that aren't quite traditional, and that shows here and now with this draft. They can win this if they play it right, and I have watched enough TNG games to know they know how to play it right. Let's see how this works out. On the red side, for Helix Esports, we do have Etan1224 on the Gul'dan, Reaper on the ETC, Shadow Striker on the Gazlo, Serendipity on the Malfurion, and J-Rad on the Sylvanas. And for the blue team, TNG, we have Surrey on the Butcher, Nailter on the Probius, Grim on the Zarya, Ataro on the Valera, and Stu Manchu on the Morales. This promises to probably be one of the more interesting games today. I look forward to seeing how this works, because this draft, listen, I cast a ton of games for TNG. A ton of games. Every time they're playing somewhere, I try to cast it if I can. This draft surprises me a lot. A lot. And I'm not sure if it's... it could be Butcher solo laning and Probius with the group. Could be Probius solo laning and Butcher with the group. We won't know until we get into the game. And then as fast as Probius is, they could swap places pretty quickly. But it looks like we're going to have... Oh, this could be certain doom. Probius and Valera are going top lane to Gazlo, which means Gazlo could get ganked any moment, especially with not knowing that Valera is there. So we do have TNG setting up in the bottom lane, getting ready to do damage and throw out some damage onto Helix. But Helix pushing in quickly with it between Gul'dan and Sylvanas. A ton of damage and cleared that wave almost immediately. A little B-stepping going on there. I'm not sure, boys, that it's ready for B-step time, but that's cool. Valera now rotating down from the top lane. Stealth is on. This could be a dead Sylvanas. Sylvanas really low here. Indeed, Valera able to finish off Sylvanas with the help of some Probius damage. And that is the power of Valera. Stealth and blow someone up as quickly as you can. Butcher pushed in on Gazlo. So Gazlo not able to really control the lane the way you would hope. Valera rotating up, possibly could see a Gazlo kill here, while the three men from TNG hold this bottom lane. Grim, Stu Manchu, and Nader on the Probius really set up nicely, clearing that wave pretty quickly and effectively. And Butcher tried to set up that kill with Valera, but was not able to get Gazlo, as he is staying right behind his gate and playing as safely as possible. Bottom lane, lots of damage going out. Both teams trying to vie for beacon control. Gul'dan getting pretty low here. I do expect we will see this bottom beacon go over to... Nope, it's going to Helix. I was going to say to TNG. But ETC staying in pretty deep trying to get that. And he does secure the bottom beacon. Butcher with Gazlo still pushed up to the gate though. And now Valeera able to rotate bottom lane and grab that beacon for TNG. This, at this point, if Valeera stays bottom, should be 100% beacon going over to the boys in TNG. Looks like Valeera is going to rotate top to deal with Gazlo and Gul'dan rotating. Oh, this could be a dead Gazlo. Yep. Valeera just able to get in and stun him in time to allow them to pick off that Gazlo. 66% of the beacon taken so far. Blue team is protecting that beacon, but Medic getting really low right now. And that's going to be 100-0. Big push top lane for TNG against Helix Esports. Gul'dan's already up in that top lane, low but alive, is going to be able to spam Fell Flames from behind the gate for a little while to try and clear this wave as quickly as possible. Lots of damage going out, wave getting stopped. Valeera in really deep though, thinking about trying to get a kill here. Butcher needs that gate down to help though. And Butcher's really low, so Butcher can't get in to help that. Valeera's... Oh, she pushes in anyway, looking to get a kill against Gazlo. Not able to do so, just able to put a ton of damage out on him. Really needed that Butcher to help. Bottom lane, though, we do have the rest of the boys in TNG pushing against that gate and doing a little bit of damage, getting the first cannon down to about half health. Gate down to about half health. Doing everything you would expect to see when your Zerg wave is pushing top and you don't go with it. So top wall is completely down, but that, and top fountain is down, but that looks to be about all TNG is going to get out of that top push. Both teams resetting and looking to soak. Both teams sitting on 6 right now. TNG slightly closer to 7 and about to roll over into that. ETC going deep, looking to possibly knock Valeera into his team for damage. Not able to do so. Down goes the bottom fort wall. Oh, Probius in a bad position here. Could be taken out, but Zarya's shield does save him. Valeera going deep and picking off the Sylvanas with the help of a full energy Zarya. When Zarya gets full energy, you got to look out. That Beam of First can do a crazy amount of damage. It does look like Malfurion's going to go ahead and back, which could spell the end of this bottom lane fountain. Valeera did rotate up to help Butcher kill Gazlo in the top lane. And bottom lane continues to be pushed. Fountain about to drop, and Helix Esports is on 7, but looking to really soak for 10. And they're going to need it because TNG is about a full level ahead. Malf, just back from his back, is already low. Butcher has swapped lane, or I'm sorry, Gazlo has swapped lanes with Sylvanas. Sylvanas now top. Butcher coming back up to face her. Valeera and Butcher going to pick up the beacons right away. And now Gazlo is bottom lane, pushing directly against the the Probius, along with the rest of Helix Esports. Valeera in the back line looking to set up to get a kill here. Would not be surprised to see her pick off one of the squishier targets, like a Malfurion that goes onto the point by himself and starts to almost die. Oh, Malfurion just escaping because his roots keep Valeera from chasing. Meanwhile, ETC really low, no energy, and is going to go down. That is a really dangerous place to be in. And that is going to be 100% Zerg wave pushing bottom lane for TNG. Ooh, Malf in a lot of danger here, is going to go down. Valeera looking to finish off Gazlo and does so. Sylvanas pushing top lane with as much as she can in that little Zerg wave. Not able to do much more than just get some of the ammo from that front wall. And now we have TNG opening up the keep. Valeera stealthed and looking to get a kill here. Going in on ETC. ETC down to half health after the combo comes out from Valeera. Ataro making her work. And Nader making Probius do work. Sylvanas has joined the fray and is going to disable most of the Zerg units pushing in on Helix Esports core. 10 is picked up for TNG, and they use that and put a lot of damage into ETC there. I think this is a difficult defense. You don't have 10. You're a man down right now, and Helix really needs to soak. But it looks like most of the guys in TNG are going to go ahead and back out. Yes, indeed they are, which should give Helix a chance to soak 10. Or they might just bush party here. Hard to tell. But 13 right around the corner for TNG. Okay, so TNG picking up the bottom lane mercs. Helix rotating up and looking to get this butcher kill. They may actually do so here. And that's going to be a butcher kill. Level 10 talents are available now for Helix Esports. However, after picking up that bottom merc camp, the rest of TNG did rotate up top lane and does look to be setting up to gank whoever walks into this bush. This could be dangerous. Oh, so much damage from Probius, and the mosh pit catching just one and costing ETC, oh, not quite costing his life, but we're going to have a 2-for-1 going out. 2 members of Helix going down. Sylvanas really low. She goes down as well. And TNG has their 13s available to them now. This could be the end of Gazlo, but able to escape because of his stun. Rocket going out and pushing Valeera off. Looks like Butcher thinking about starting boss. No, going and grabbing another merc camp possibly. Or just rotating around, looking for a good place to engage from. Helix Esports, 3-man on 5. I don't know that this is the engage you're really looking for here. Well, 3 on 4, no medic. I guess they think they can get away with it. But 14 versus 11, not the time you want to engage down a player or two. TNG now rotating his one onto the boss, looking to pick that up. Valeera sitting in the bush, just scouting. The boys in Helix know it's coming. Walk right past Valeera. Boss already captured, and this could be bad for TNG, or for Helix rather. Everybody popping everything. Mouth goes down first. That fear pushed Rhaegar out into the back where Butcher finished him off. Gazlo is next. ETC the only man standing, but is going to be finished off as well. Would not be surprised to just see the boys in TNG go bottom lane and go core, which appears to be what they're doing here. That was 5-for-1. Only medic went down there. Butcher plus shields is OP if you're out there taking notes. And that is going to be the game, I suspect. Most of Helix Esports is up now, but I'm not sure they can do enough damage here to save that core. No, that is going to be TNG beating Helix Esports